Hey folks, Wish SE up here in New Hampshire. Want to talk today about the Arsenal Las Vegas AK series. We have a AK47, so this is in 7.62 x 39, and we also have the SGL31-94. The 94 designates that these guns are side folders, so by pressing this button here, we get this type of configuration, which I'll tell you is really sweet. It's a great little setup, allows you to compress the gun, and in fact, if you had to, you could obviously shoot the gun from this type of situation. If you like this video or any of the other videos that we produce on this channel, I'd ask that you give us the little thumbs up icon in the bottom left of your screen. I'd also ask that you invite friends, families, or other folks that are interested in firearms and gear to subscribe to the channel. The Arsenal Las Vegas AKs that I have are built on Sega frames. So these are stamped frames. They come out of the Legion Arsenal and are really, in my mind, sort of the top of the line, the Cadillac of AKs. Fit and finish is very, very good. Parts align beautifully. They are just a wonderfully fun gun to shoot. Both of these AKs, both the SGL21-94 and the 31-94, obviously have some modifications to them. In the case of the 21-94, what we have is we have a US palm grip here, which is significantly more comfortable than the standard AK that I've left, the standard AK style that I've left on the 545 x 39 version. They just give you something more to hold on to and then grasp. You'll also note the fore-end here, magpul part, which is nice, and it's similar to what I run on my AR-15s. And then for the front rail, this tack rail is by Midwest Industries. That's a U.S. company, and they make a lot of really great parts for the AKs and for other things. But that front rail allows you to attach things like lights to it. Although I've had red dot optics on the 2190 or 3194, the SGL 3194, today I'm going to go to the range and shoot them with iron sights. I like AKs in their design, both from their simplicity and the fact that they're easy to run and there's not a lot of complexities to them. One other modification that I've done to virtually every AK I've owned is I've added the Krebbs Safety here. This is the modified AK safety that allows you to lock the bolt back. You see right here, so the bolt was locked back. I just brought it forward. And it has this extension here which allows you to run the safety with your index finger, right? So as you're shooting, you come off point, you can just bring your safety back on. I really, really like that feature. Now, traditionalists out there, AK traditionalists, you know, they want to do their thing, and that's fine. I'm not recommending this is the answer, but if you run an AK, this is a relatively, I think, helpful modification that really works, at least for me, in terms of what I like. You'll note on the SGL 31-94, I've added the Echo 9.3 sling attachment. This is a single point sling attachment that runs parallel with the stock. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to use a single point sling, and I like single point slings, and you know, just let the gun hang. So that's a pretty good setup, and at least a setup that I like. The other thing that I've done, which is not as sexy and certainly a little more kludgy, is I've attached a sling attachment here. This is one of the old Magpul slings, and I've attached it to the outside stanchion or clip here that allows you to attach a sling. These folding stocks are designed so that your sling would be on this side. Okay, and that's fine if you're carrying in that configuration, right? Because it makes it nice and tight. But if your stock is extended and you've got it open, it you know, it's less than ideal. But this setup works okay. You know, I kind of run them both ways. So again, Sega frames. Gun is in 7.62x39. This is in 5.45x39. I've done reviews on both these guns, but it's been a while since I've been able to get out to the range and shoot rifles. Been shooting a lot of handguns lately, so I thought we'd go out today, we'd shoot these guns, also shoot some ARs, and simply have some fun, give you guys a perspective of these two different guns, which again, from my standpoint, these two Arsenal Las Vegas AKs with the Sega frames are really Cadillacs of the AK design. Expensive, pricey, yes, but from a performance standpoint and durability, they've been exceptional. So I guess you get what you pay for. Enough talking. Let's head on out to the range and throw some rounds down at targets. Okay, folks, we're talking about Arsenal Las Vegas. Did a lot of reviews on this, but I haven't shot the gun for a while, so I said, what the heck, it's time. We're going to shoot both the SGL31-94, the side fold, and the SGL21-94 in 7.62x39. So this is the 5.45x39, a really sweet, soft shooting caliber. And you can see, gun really stays down. I tell you, this 5.45x39 cartridge is just super sweet to shoot. Awesome. Frickin' dig it. We're going to do the same thing that we're just doing. Again, this is just to show you the gun in action, but we'll do the same thing with the 7.62x39, the SGL21-94. But for now, I'm going to shoot the rest of this mag. So the SGL, this version of it, this Arsenal version of it, allows you to fold the stock. And I'll tell you, while this is not a super practical shooting type situation, it can be done. And the idea is, depending on the sling, and I don't have the perfect sling set up for it, but depending on the sling, what we do is we'd press out and then we'd use this. But you can see it's certainly controllable, and it's easy enough from the manipulation standpoint to press out and shoot the gun that way if you had to. Now that's not my chosen or desired way to do it. What I'd prefer is to use this way, so it's extended. So like all AKs, unless you're using one of the Hungarian mags, which I will be using for the 7.62x39 version, again, it's not going to lock back on that last one, but we inspected, we know we're unloaded. Flip our safety on, let's switch guns. Let's go to the 7.62x39 version. Okay, so now we've got the SGL21-94, 7.62x39. Another very sweet gun, but definitely a bigger round. But you can see it's certainly controllable. One of the great things about the AK platform is it's very simplistic, easy to go, and will put up with a lot of crap, especially not being cleaned or oiled or whatever, and its piston design is such that it just kind of runs and keeps running. Let's take another visual of this from a slightly different angle. So another perspective of the SGL21. And you can see how effective that AK74 style brake is on the gun. It really makes a big difference. There's not much muzzle rise, muzzle flip at all. Just right in there, really easy to make the hits. Now, this is one of the Hungarian mags, and this mag design allows the bolt to be locked back on that last shot, which I tell you I really like. But not all AK's magazines do that. So the manual in arms is you're firing, you run dry, obviously you transition to your sidearm. But if you weren't in a fight, then what I do after that last click is I do a standard remedial action drill, you know, a tap and a rack, and then inspect. And generally you can tell right away whether or not the gun's unloaded because there's no brass or there's no steel casing in there. Let's give you some other perspectives of this very cool gun. What do you do? And you can see the AK, in spite of the fact that it sometimes gets knocked for its lack of accuracy, is plenty accurate enough for this kind of shooting. Again, I'm not super far away, I'm 50 yards away, but I'm getting good combat effective hits on target. Plus it's just an awful lot of fun to shoot. Folks, that's it. That's a real quick look at the SGL series, both the 21 and the 31, so guns in 7.62 by 39 and 5.45 by 39. Arsenal products, Sega receiver, made in the Arsenal Las Vegas, or assembled Arsenal Las Vegas. Super products, just outstanding. Good, really, in my mind, top of the line AKs, the way to go if you can afford one, and if you can find especially one of these older ones with the side folding stocks, which are just fantastically cool. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, stay safe.